morning, everyone, and welcome to the morning tea. I'm your girl, Alex Shipman, and I am joined by the amazing and wonderful and fresh-looking Courtney Revolution today. How you doing, Courtney?
Good morning. My name is Courtney Revolution, and welcome to the morning tea. I'm doing good. Thank you. This is not even my shirt. Like I was telling you before the show, girl, I stole this out the closet. My boyfriend is asleep, so he's not going to know until he sees this later if he watches. So, bam. Come on. I feel like Tiger Woods, girl. Whoosh.
You are looking better than Tiger Woods. You and I could go hit the links after this. We may have to do that in that outfit. You are looking fresh, and I absolutely love this look on you. So, of course, if you joined us today, you know that this is a very, very kind of sad day for us here on the morning tea because our favorite family, one of our favorite segments, Kardashians Time, may be changing very soon with the new news that brought you here today, but we will get to that later in the show. It's our OMT, of course, because it is shocking. We have so many theories and speculations, but before we get into that, we got to catch up with the Tea Tribe. So how you doing, everybody? Let us know where you're watching from. We are so excited to hear all the places you're watching from internationally. I am so excited, Courtney.
Girl, I'm doing good. I'm so glad that you asked me what I'm doing because me and Karina were tweeting last night. Shout out to Karina, our lovely moderator. Our other moderator is Wesley, in case you guys don't know. If you see in the chat the wrenches, that means listen to them because Wesley and Karina, they very much have been here for a long time and they keep everything in check. Now, Alex, really quick, because I know we have a jam-packed show today. I'm not caught up on Real Housewives of New York, but I need to speak on this, Alex. I was minding my own business. I was watching Real Housewives of New York. I was getting my life. And then Aviva Drescher pulled her leg off and slammed it on the table. And then she threw her leg at Heather Holla Thompson. And I am still in disbelief. Shocked.
Wait, Courtney. This is the exact moment I wanted you to arrive at so we could talk about it because that is one of the most iconic moments in Real Housewives of New York history. I mean, shocked, right? You see this and you can't believe it happened, right? It's unbelievable.
Alex, I tweeted about it. And it's one thing when you just see me freak out, like, oh my God, Aviva Drescher ripped her leg off. Then I had to come back and tweet a GIF so everyone can see. Y'all, so Aviva Drescher has like a prosthetic leg. She pulled the leg off. All the ladies was coming at her. Oh girl, you crazy. Oh girl, you a mess box. She said, the only thing fake about me, boom, is my leg. And then she threw it at Heather. Alex, I can't.
Listen, teacher, haven't seen The Real Housewives of New York, just to watch that moment, I mean, get caught up because it's one of, I think, in reality TV history, and we're going to talk about a lot of iconic moments in reality TV history later on in the show because, of course, the Kardashians brought us so many, but this is one of them. This leg will go down in Real Housewives history, right?
Alex, I think I need to meet Aviva Drescher. I think I really need to sit down with her. We need to have a mimosa, and I need to ask her, do you really have asthma? And Miss Ma'am, why did you throw this leg? I need to know, Alex. What made her think? I just can't ever put myself in the mindset of someone that's going to rip their leg off and throw it at somebody. I've never seen nothing like that in my life, ever.
I mean, it gives a whole new meaning to break a leg. You know what I mean?
She broke it down.
But yes, I mean, I loved that she did that. She got a lot of my respect when she just whipped it up on the table. I mean, my mouth was dropped, but this was a few years ago for me, but I love that I can relive it with you on the show today because it's so good. It's so good. But I see someone, Sonia's coming from Grand Rapids, Michigan. Jennifer is coming from Maryland. Rejoice, South Florida, Buffalo, New York. Lori's coming from Canada, Alberta. Emmanuel's coming from the UK. Max, Bulgaria. Yeah. Laura's coming from Hammond, Louisiana. Nashville, Tennessee, Randy. I love Nashville. JB's coming from Croatia. I mean, we have so many. This is just so exciting. Wesley says, hashtag What Wesley say? Because Courtney and Alex, the only fake thing about me is my love for Jan Mentos.
See, Wesley, you already started on what Wesley said.
And then he said, now we need Alex to say, the only fake thing about me is my arm, my bionic arm. Listen, hey, I still have the arm. It's just a little bionic. It's just a little metallic. We got some metal, some titanium in there, but you know, we're still thriving. Well, thriving. I love that. Oh my gosh. Karen's coming from Ireland, eating red velvet cake and drinking some early grey tea for her favorite show, the morning tea. Yes.
Tamara, our good sis Tamara, is saying, good morning, Courtney and Alex. I've had someone pull out their teeth and put them on the table before. No joke. Could you imagine someone being like, bam, and I'm going to get into this candy apple?
No, I cannot. I literally cannot. Thank you to everyone complimenting my shirt. I really appreciate it. I tried to bring my, Kar Jenner vibes to the show today. Of course, I'm sure you saw Kim's announcement. She was rocking a leopard dress season 1, and I thought that I should bring my own little animal print to the show. So thank you, everyone. I appreciate it. And yes, and thank you to Miss Mika. I think we need a little 5, 6, 7, 8.
Miss Mika, nice to meet ya. Miss Mika, she on fleeka. Miss Mika, she loves the tia, and we see ya. Miss Mika, go Mika, go Mika, go Mika. Happy What Wesley Say Wednesday to our good sis, Miss Mika. Hey girl, shout out to Nebraska.
Yes. All right. So some other things, Courtney, we have to talk about is this exciting news about the Academy announced on Tuesday. Did you hear about this, Courtney?
Oh, yeah, I did hear about it, Alex, but tell them, girl, I don't think they know.
Okay. T-Tribe, if you haven't heard about this, the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences, these are the people that do the Oscars. They announced that beginning in 2024, movies must meet certain criteria in terms of representation in order to be eligible for the Academy Award for Best Picture. So this is huge. It was introduced under an initiative called Aperture 2025, and the organization said the goal was to encourage equitable representation on and off screen in order to better reflect the diversity of the movie-going audience. So listen, films must meet at least 2 of 4 benchmarks. So they include featuring actors from underrepresented groups in significant roles or accounting for at least 30% of the cast. Similar criteria, those working on the film behind the scenes, and then a significant commitment to paid apprenticeships, internships, and career development, and then significant representation among the teams devoted to like the marketing, publicity, and distribution. So this is very, very exciting. It was just 5 years ago that, the controversial hashtag Oscars So White happened. So they're making changes. They're hearing you. It's part of this movement that we're all going through and living. And so this is making history. This is exciting, Courtney, right?
This is very exciting. Everyone deserves a fair chance, and you should reward diversity. You get what I'm saying? Because you never get everyone's point of view unless you have diverse people working on your projects. I think that this is excellent news. I just wonder why it's going to take 4 years, Alex Schiffman.
I think it has to do probably with COVID. It's pushing back everything. There's probably a lot less movies being made, just in general. Production in general has slowed down. So I think they're giving themselves time to get back into this new normal and figuring out production. I'm just guessing. I don't know why it's going to take so long, but I'm just giving some sort of explanation because you asked for one, Courtney.
Yeah, thank you, girl. I don't know.
I know. So we'll wait until 2025, but that is, or I'm sorry, 2024. But that's super exciting. And something else that is exciting, T-Tribe, if you haven't heard yet, we know that there is a Gossip Girl reboot in the works coming to a television near you thanks to HBO Max. Filming is about to start after a halt from COVID, speaking of COVID, and Variety reported that the series will begin filming next month. So there isn't an official release, but HBO Max chief told Vulture that it likely won't be until next year. So we're gonna have to wait around. We gotta wait for everything lately. There'll be a new cast, but some familiar faces. We don't know if Dan Humphries will return, but Kristen Bell is reprising her role as the narrator. Of course, you know, when the show ended, that was like a shock when that came out. So the reboot will address what happened to Serena, Blair, Dan, and the crew, but it'll also, get this, feature more queer stories and people of color. So they're adding diversity to Gossip Girl as well. So this is some good news, right? To kick off this morning.
I'm very, very, very excited for this. I know that there are some people that feel like it's not time for a Gossip Girl reboot, but that is just, I mean, we're getting older. It's definitely time for, if everyone else can have a reboot, Gossip Girl definitely deserves a reboot. So look, I have three reboots that I'm on board with. Let me tell you, Alex. Bel Air got picked up by Peacock for 2 seasons already. That dramatic remake, 2 seasons already. Yes. That news just came out. I'm ready for Bel Air. I'm ready for Gossip Girl. And then even though I was on the fence initially, if you guys remember, I'm officially on board for the Clueless reboot. I don't know why, but I'm feeling like they might do something good. So I'm here for it.
Okay. I want to shout out Alonso in the chat saying, don't drag me, but I've never watched Gossip Girl because I have a little secret, and everyone don't drag me either, but I have never seen an episode of Gossip Girl. Does that blow your I just never. Listen, I know all the references in pop culture because it's part of my job, but I don't think I've sat down and watched a full episode. So I will be here for
I've seen it, but I've never finished it. I just know how it ends. You get what I'm saying? It's good. I think you'll like it. I think when you watch it, you'll realize a lot of the teen shows today, definitely their creators have watched a lot of Gossip Girl. You get what I'm saying? It's a good program, you guys. I think the characters go through a lot of good character development, especially my good sis Jenny. And for me personally, the reason why I enjoyed it so much was because my good sis Michelle Trachtenberg had a little guest star on there, and I love me some Georgina. So if you have time, girl, check it out. It's good. So
check it out. It's something that's been on my list, you know, when I want to go binge a new show. The thing about me is, like, I like to be new and current in what I'm watching. And so to watch like an old season of something, it's just like, I don't know why I can't get myself to do it. So when I'm like out of all the new stuff, then I'll go back to Gossip Girl, or I'll start with the reboot. You know what I mean? I'll just kick it off there. But T-Tribe, let us know, are you excited for the reboot? I know that Gossip Girl has a massive fan base. You know, my friends are huge Gossip Girl fans, so I'm the outcast, but I will be back for the reboot. So before everyone drags me, that's what's going on. All right. Well, Courtney, we have a lot of tea to spill, so why don't you pour up that hot water and let's get into this, because I'm going to wait to begin to talk about, I mean, the Car Jenners. Like this, we've got to get to that part in the show. So stay tuned for that, guys. Stay tuned.
Oh, you know
all right. Cheers.
Cheers, girl. Bam.
All right. And these are all the stories you missed overnight. Don't worry if they've flown under your radar. We got the tea for you. And first up, we're talking about Netflix announcing a Blackpink documentary. After the K-pop stars Blackpink released their debut full-length album called The Album on October 2nd, 2020, Netflix will release Blackpink Light Up the Sky. So it's an all-access documentary promising a behind-the-scenes look at the new album's creation. And in a statement, Blackpink said, quote, "We can't wait to share our personal stories with Blinks all over the world through Netflix. We hope this film will bring joy and light to the viewers, and they will enjoy seeing our journey together on screen for the past 4 years." So this is cool. The 4 members of Blackpink will also become Netflix profile icons. So if you're a Blackpink fan, you can change your icon to one of the 4 members. Super cool. T-Tribe, will you be watching? Courtney, this is pretty cool. You know, I don't know a lot about Blackpink personally. I know their music and I enjoy them, but I'd like to see more into who they are as people, right?
Yeah, you know, I feel like Alex, if you really like K-pop, like a lot, you're gonna do the homework. You're gonna watch all of the Blackpink vlogs. You're gonna see all of their performances. I feel like the Blinks really are in tune with their journey and how they got to where they are. But for people like us that just casually listen, or maybe we saw the Coachella performance, I think even Devin said she was at Coachella when they performed on stage. You might enjoy them, but not know a lot about them. So I want to see how their album came together. I can't wait to see more of the ladies' individual personalities, because right now my favorite is Lisa, but that's just because Lisa be going in with the raps. So maybe a different member I might attach myself to. I'm excited for this. I like the learning of it all.
I'm a huge docu-series type of person. I love learning about people that are so talented like Blackpink, and kind of like what goes behind their creativity, where they were born, how they were raised. I love to learn about that. So I will tune in. T-Try, will you be watching Blackpink's new docu-series, Light Up the Sky? It's super exciting. So stay tuned for that. But something that is dropping tomorrow and finally confirmed is Demi Lovato and Marshmello's collab. It's confirmed, guys. I know we talked about it on the show with kind of the teasing of the Instagram photos, but the collab is coming. Okay, not to be okay. Both announced on social media to confirm the release date and the official cover art, which features, of course, these happy and sad faces and the two hands joined together. Demi captioned her post, quote, "Okay, not to be okay," out September 10th with @Marshmello Music, and then some rainbow and heart emojis. Marshmello commented, "I can't wait." The past weekend, Demi shared a teaser video. If you missed it, which she captioned, "My favorite teaser ever." And the teaser showed tweets from fans like this one saying, @Marshmello teased us for 3 years with the Demi collab, led us to believe something was coming a few weeks ago, and is now liking tweets about the collab, but still giving nothing. Give us a break. This is the tweet I'm talking about right here. Then the clip ends with Marshmello throwing his phone, which brings us to today. And we finally know the date, 9/10. So that's exciting. Are you ready for this collab? Do we want a new Marshmello Demi collab, Courtney?
I'm gonna tell you right now, Alex, I've been very critical of Demi in the past because I feel like Demi loves to open up what I call her chops and scream and cry over a ballad. Now, I feel like with her new engagement, with this Marshmello collab, we may be getting more upbeat. Girl, I want to dance. I want to celebrate Demi. I'm tired of wallowing with Demi and her struggles. I know that was a very important time in her life, but for me as a fan, I want to see Demi happy. I want to be excited when I press play on her. And I don't want to be reaching for the Kleenexes. So I'm very excited. I feel like this is going to be what I'm looking for. Are y'all excited?
I am personally excited as well. Like you said, the title says it's okay not to be okay. So it sounds like there's a potential it could be a ballad, but then you throw Marshmello in and we got that EDM spin, and we're going to get an upbeat kind of Demi Lovato, like Sorry Not Sorry is what I'm looking for. I need a Sorry Not Sorry part 2. You know what I mean? We need it, right?
I want Demi whipping out ponytail in the pool again, girl. Wet out here looking like revenge, sis. Yes.
I got to call out Celine in the chat. She says, "Yes to your shirt, Alex. Are you hinting that you may be in WAP 2 video?"
You be walking down the hallway, girl. Yes.
Oh my gosh, yes. We got the Kylie in the video outfit as well. I mean, I guess they were all kind of wearing animal print. So who knows? Maybe I am teasing something. Gotta just stay tuned. But changing gears to some kind of more difficult news, the newest update to the Tory Lanez Meg Thee Stallion story is Tory Lanez allegedly sent a text to Meg after the incident. So TMZ has seen the text Megan received on the evening of July 12th. It was about 15 hours after she claims that Tory shot her. Apparently, he was begging for forgiveness, and he said, quote, "I know you're probably never going to talk to me again, but I genuinely want you to know I'm sorry from the bottom of my heart." His only explanation for the violence was, "I was just too drunk." Now, it's important to know that Tory never references shooting or a gun. just that he regrets doing what he did. And in his words from TMZ, he said, quote, "Nonetheless, shouldn't have never happened, and I can't change what I did. I just feel horrible." And he repeats, "Because I genuinely just got too drunk." So this is pretty crazy, you know. This is an interesting update to the story because, like I just said, you know, he doesn't necessarily admit anything, but he is admitting upsetting Meg and doing something wrong. You know what I mean? So this is not going to help Tory at all. This is only furthering Meg's allegations, right?
Alex, first of all, Tory Lanez, shut up. Second of all, even before this text message leaked, he released a statement talking about my album sales or my streams haven't dropped since this whole entire drama happened. Like, you are completely not addressing the issue at hand. Like, Tory Lanez is acting like a fool. Deport him, girl. Send him back to where he came from. And call it a day. It just goes to show you guys how you could truly be on top. And when you lose control, you could lose it all. Because you got to think, Alex, at the beginning of this quarantine, girl, we was quarantining, radioing all day, girl. It was all over my timeline. Tory Lanez and his Instagram lives, he was literally gaining so much traction and notoriety for that. And look, you get drunk and you decide to shoot somebody. Not even just shoot somebody. You decided to shoot like one of the nicest people in pop culture within the past 2 years. You get what I'm saying? Someone that is trying to align all of the stars so that we can have a stronger hip hop community. Do you know how upset people will be and how people will never forget this? I also want to say, actually, I don't want to bring this person into it. Never mind. Tory Lanez is awful. And I hope that Megan's album, when it does come out, girl, I hope she raps about it. And I hope she drags him a little bit so we can all get our lives laughing at Tory Lanez, because this is an awful situation that has happened to her.
Completely. I want to shout out Danielle in the chat. She's saying being drunk is not an excuse. You're already violent to even pick the gun up. I completely agree. I think that this is just wrong. This is horrible. This is not, like, this apology doesn't necessarily fit the crime, so to speak. It's like you allegedly shot her and you're saying it was just because you were too drunk. You know what I mean? It's just, it's not good. And I don't like this at all. Guess, yeah, we'll keep on. This is the latest update. TMZ had this text message, so if you want to see it online, you can check it out. But let's move on to Tamar Braxton's story, because Tamar Braxton's boyfriend is seeking the court's assistance. So David Adefeso, I think that's how you pronounce it, filed a restraining order against Tamar on Tuesday in LA, citing domestic violence. So this is pretty crazy. Remember, he's the one who called 911 not too long ago, saying Tamar was threatening to kill herself. He also mentioned her WeTV beef to cops at the time. Now, something else to keep in mind is that family sources connected to Tamar have said that they believe she's changed since getting with him, claiming like her mood seems to align with his, like it's not good. So, and then in Tamar's reality show, to some, David has come off as controlling. If you watch the show, that he's been quite involved in her business decisions of late. And this restraining order comes shortly after Tamar publicly thanked him for saving her life. So what do you think about this? This is crazy.
I'm over here wondering why the boyfriend is influencing business decisions when you're nobody's husband. You get what I'm saying? Like, Tamar used to have a husband and they, you know, went through business together, but you're somebody's boyfriend. So why are you out here trying to control what Miss Tamar Holy Vocals Braxton is doing? I am still going to go with the victim because that is my philosophy until we hear otherwise, Alex, because that is what's fair. That's what I preach on the show. I'm just very curious to see what other details are going to come out about this. How did it start? He made the call, or did she make the call and then the police got there and decided this is what happened? How did it all go down? I'm waiting for those details to come out before I can say, okay, well, Tamar was in the wrong or he was in the wrong or who they're both wrong. Very interested to see how that plays out.
I completely agree. I think that obviously this relationship is toxic. It's unhealthy. You know, once your family kind of lets you know, like, hey, this guy isn't for you. And not to say that your family knows best, but when other people start to noticing, sometimes you're so
Mhm.
blind in your relationship, you're so in it that you don't see, like, this may be unhealthy for me. And so I
Mhm.
think that whatever's going on is not right. Maybe we'll get more information to what actually happened. But at this point, it seems like this relationship may be over. If you're getting a restraining order against your significant other, I think it's about
That's
time
fine.
to move on. Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh, Team Tribe, let us know what you think about this. This is pretty crazy.
Everyone's been going through it.
Yeah, a lot of people have been going through it, but no one. Well, let me just tell you about one person that's not going through it. Is what I was trying to say. Travis Scott, changing gears. Travis Scott just got a meal named after him at McDonald's. It's called the Cactus
Ooh.
Jack. If you haven't heard this yet, it comes with a quarter pounder with cheese, topped with bacon and lettuce, plus medium fries with barbecue dipping sauce and a Sprite. They posted this on the Cactus Jack Instagram. Of course, it's an animated Travis Scott. He's telling everybody about his brand new meal. Well, listen to this. So Travis stopped by a McDonald's in Downey to celebrate the release of the meal, and people went crazy. Downey's in California, for those wondering. It almost looked like a concert. I mean, Travis, like,
Mhm.
you can see here, Travis left his red sports car, grabbed a McDonald's employee shirt on his way over to the huge line of people. You know, people broke past the barricades and swarmed. You know, Travis was running away from the people. It was crazy. But when they saw him, social distancing and mask wearing went out of the window. So people just wanted to get that shot of Travis at McDonald's. Now, a celebrity hasn't had his name on the McDonald's meal since Michael Jordan, called the Mick Jordan
Mm.
Burger back in 1992. So this is a pretty big deal. And
Mm.
you know, we know that Travis Scott's fans and audience are like this. We've seen his documentary, like you said, before the show. We spoke about it, and so this is nothing new. But it's kind of cool that he got a McDonald's meal. Like, do you want to try it, Courtney? I mean, it's just
I do
Courtney.
want to try it. Listen, I'm gonna get into something in just a moment, Alex. But I want to say I really, really, really want to take this moment to say thank you to Hollyscoop, our beautiful job, and the reason why, Alex, is because I truly like you guys know that we're sort of like a Kardashian, like that's like one of our main focuses. And before I started working here, I literally did not give one single expletive or know one single thing about Travis Scott at all. I just ignored him over there in pop culture. Girl, shake them braids over there. I was not paying him any attention. But through working here and always having to talk about the Kar Jenners, I literally have developed a soft spot for Travis Scott, and I love him, and I love this. Can I tell you what my McDonald's meal would be, Alex?
1,000,000%. Go.
Tell us what your McDonald's meal is, and it can be either breakfast or lunch. My McDonald's meal, and maybe I've said this before, is I love a double quarter pounder, no cheese. We're going back. Extra
Okay.
onion, add mac sauce. Oh my God, with a large fry and also a barbecue sauce with a medium Coke, because large is too much. I ain't gonna sip all of that. But a medium is just enough. Yes, ma'am. So listen, McDonald's, when Ronald, you want me to be Ronald? I'll paint my face. If I could get my meal on the menu, and we'll call it the revolutionary moment. Bam. And I want it to be
Yeah.
number 5. Thanks.
All right. I,
What's
well,
yours,
I'm
Alex?
the Shift McMeal. It's going to be chicken McNuggets. You know, I'll take 10, I'll take 20, I'll take 50. I may even give you 100 chicken McNuggets in one order. I'm going to get a large fry and some sweet and sour sauce on the side. You know, I'm not a huge barbecue fan, so I love a little sweet dip with my chicken McNug. And I love breakfast. I'm an eggaholic. So I also get a few sausage burritos on the side. Here's my move. And people may think this is a little gross. I put it in the fridge so I'm even ready for tomorrow morning. And I can, you know, zap a little bit and get my breakfast burrito too. So that's what you're going to get in my meal.
I'm obsessed with the Schiff McMeal. I'm ready for that's a name. Girl, that's the trademark. Girl, you better get it for Ronald and the girl steal it, girl. You better, girl, that's a name.
Wait, Courtney. And, you know, because you love the Happy Meals, you love the toy that comes with the Happy Meal. My Schiff McMeal is going to add a little toy in it. I don't know what it is yet, but you're going to get a little toy for, you know, like a
the Alex Schiffman android with the bionic arm. So boys and girls can play with it. There
and it'll go your McNugget with the bionic arm, like a fork. Right? Kiki Time.
That's good, Alex.
And what was yours called? The Revolution. What was yours?
Revolutionary Moment. Mine's a mouthful. The Revolutionary Moment, number 5.
All right, let us know. We're selling it starting Monday.
But McDonald's meal is a quarter pounder deluxe with no cheese with a medium fry and a Dr. Pepper. The Harrington Experience. Bam! Yeah. You did that.
All right. Okay, Brenda. Sausage, egg, cheese, McMuffin, hash brown. Oh yeah, you got to get it. Those are the best. Love it. Oh my gosh. Right? Betty Ann saying this is priority for McDonald's now. I know. We're making everyone hungry. Lauren says my mom fillet. Awful. Okay. My boyfriend ordered the fish fillet the other day and I looked at him with these eyes like, do people really order the fish fillet at McDonald's? I guess they do.
Is it? I thought they only sold that during Lent. They sell that year round, girl?
I don't know.
Do they sell? I think they sell that year round because I don't pay attention to McDonald's like that as much. Because I'm trying to eat a little bit healthier. Right. But I've never had the fillet. Do they put tartar sauce on that, girl?
You know, I don't know. I didn't try it. I wasn't interested. And Val just kind of like the McRib. Does anybody order the McRib? Courtney, have you ever ordered the McRib?
Alex, listen, when I did my Disney college program, this is a story real quick. I was very intoxicated one night. And me and my friends, we went to McDonald's and I yelled in the middle of the dining hall, you know what? I'm going to try the McRib. Alex, the McRib was so good. I've had it intoxicated and sober and I enjoy her. But she's not my first option. But you know what? She gets the job done. It gives me like cafeteria. Like it gives me that nostalgic high school, like boneless red meat.
What's the chili? I can't think of it right now, but you know, like what is it called? It's a Southern meal. Anyway, if I think of it, of course we're live and this is only an hour show. But when I get back, Sloppy Joe. The Sloppy Joe. Reminds me of there we go.
Yes, it's like a Sloppy Joe, girl. Yes.
Sloppy Joe. All right. That's enough about McDonald's because we have more to talk about than chicken McNuggets and quarter pounders with cheese. But congrats to Travis Scott. This is exciting. And we got to go try it. We'll try it. The Cactus Jack. All right. Well, now we're getting into some Bachelor Nation news. Rachel Lindsay is sharing tips about kind of relationships and quarantine. Of course, this is our couples Thera Tea story of the day. So the Bachelorette star, Rachel Lindsay, was on the reality tea with Derek Z. So she reflected on her first year of marriage, and she said, quote, absolutely, we've had fights. Absolutely, we get on each other's nerves. But her advice for surviving quarantine is by respecting each other's space. And then when asked about kids, she replied, absolutely. Sooner than later, but she is not pregnant now. So she's shutting down any of those rumors. That's some good advice, right? Just, respect each other's space. I think that couldn't be better quarantine advice. How do you feel about that, Courtney?
Listen, I'm just so glad that I am not alone. I think that just in general, I get really aggressive with boundaries, right? So now I'm just like at a place where I think people just like know when I need a moment to just like woosah. My boyfriend's really good at just like knowing. He can walk right into the room and he's like, hey babe, you all right? And I'm just like scrolling on Twitter like, yeah, I'm good. He's like, all right, I'll be back in like 2 hours. Like you have to give each other space. I'm someone that is easily smothered. You get what I'm saying? And when I feel smothered, I turn into Ramona Singer. I start throwing glasses at people. I start like screaming. Like I might say, who knows what I might say. So, you know, I get that. I'm glad that she said that because a lot of people do not understand the concept of just giving someone a moment, Alex. Sometimes you just need 45 minutes. Sometimes you just gotta go in the bathroom, girl. Like I told you, go in the bathroom, girl, after a long, hard day of work, not at Hollyscoop, but at like my cafe job, girl. Come in the house, turn that bathroom water on, girl, and you just sit on the bathroom sink and I just be scrolling, girl. That's it. I just need a moment to cool my brains down.
Especially now when we're all kind of in the house and we're all around each other and we're in each other's space, you know, we don't really get a lot of that independent alone time. So you need it. It's super important. And like you said, you know, respect each other and know when you just, you know, someone needs some time to themselves and you just gotta respect that.
That was good advice.
But 100%. But let's get into this Real Housewives of Potomac news because this is someone that maybe needs a little advice. All right, so Real Housewives of Potomac star Ashley Darby is pregnant again, even amid cheating allegations involving her husband, Michael. So she announced the news on her Instagram with a video. Take a look at it right now. Now the caption.
Come on, Dee.
Some jam. Look at that.
Yeah, right.
It's an interesting announcement. So the caption was, quote, "There's no hiding this big belly anymore. We are elated to share our news with you. To say we are thankful is an absolute understatement." Well, as you know, Courtney, as a fan of this specific Real Housewives franchise, Michael doesn't have the best reputation. You know, on the season, he was accused of hitting the strip club without telling his wife. The couple was seen fighting over the incident in a recent clip release. Last season, Michael faced allegations of sexual assault by a Real Housewives of Potomac cameraman. In 2018, Michael was criminally charged with sexual assault. He was accused of grabbing and groping Orville Palmer's bootay. But while he was working on the show, the cameraman claimed when he turned around, Michael gave him a flirtatious look. He told the reality star to stop and then reported the incident to his boss. Sorry for laughing. That's not funny. And not to take lightly, but I guess Michael's been in a lot of, you know, issues and problems over this years. He was facing up to 11 years in prison on the charges after Orville proceeded to file a statement, just catching everyone up. But, you know, he eventually started filming again, and he was met with a bunch of kind of like side eyes from the cast, like, what are you doing here? All charges were eventually dropped against Michael. So what do you think about this? Courtney, do you think Ashley should be pregnant again with Michael's baby? How do you feel?
Alex, no baby is a baby is not a negative situation, right? Let me just preface this by saying that. A baby is always a blessing, whether you're ready, whether you're not, whether you didn't know, it is a blessing, in my opinion. My thing is this, if you watch Real Housewives of Potomac, you guys, you know that almost every single season, sure, the women, they fight, Alex. They fight, they get into it, it's, oh, dom, and how many homes you own. But there's always seems to be some sort of issue with Ashley's husband. We don't have the asset, obviously, because I'm not really trying to get into the mess, but we literally have like a video of Michael like in a hotel room, like with a woman, she's recording him, like she at a bar, girl recording him. Literally this season, he's at the strip club. Like it's always something. So I worry that they will divorce. But you know what? I'll leave it at this. If you watch Real Housewives of Potomac, that opening tagline is like, Ashley's like, now that I got my baby, and then she says like something else. But I just feel like she don't care at this point because now that she got her baby, she can move on. So, I mean, I'm sad for her because the situation can be very embarrassing. The ladies are always having to confront her with, hey, my friend texted me that, they saw your man at the strip club. Or he said, Alex, on the last episode, the one young lady, Candace, got a text message from a friend that was at the strip club. And it turns out that Michael allegedly said he had a boyfriend and a wife. Alex, what you gonna do if I text you and say, girl, I saw your man at the strip club and he said he had a boyfriend and you at home? What would you, Alex, what would you do, Miss Shipman? What would you do?
What would I do? I would have no more boyfriend. You would have only a boyfriend is what I would do.
It's a very stressful situation to watch.
Listen, I just saw Wesley in the chat say something that I wanted to shout out. He said, babies are a blessing, not a tool to fix stuff. And I think that, while I don't know much about this relationship, what I'm learning from you is I feel that, this happens a lot in life. People choose to have more children because they think it'll bring the love back or it'll, fix all the issues. And that doesn't happen. If anything, you need more of a stable relationship to raise children and to keep them healthy and happy. You have to be healthy and happy in order to bring, more life into this world and provide. So it's not good.
Girl, I can't wait to see how this season gonna play out. My eyes gonna be peeled, girl.
I know. All right. Okay, everyone. It's the moment we've all been waiting for. I mean, this story yesterday is so shocking that we have merged Tea Time and our OMT into one because it's that big. Courtney, this may be the last time that you are letting us in to the Jenner gate. And I don't even know how to feel about this. I am sad. I am emotional. I am shocked. I have so many feelings. So here we go. Take it away. Let us in to Jenner Tea Time.
Alrighty, you guys, if you are all set for all of that tea, that drama, the speculations behind the Jenner gates, turn your volumes down just a smidge for Jenner Tea Time! Thank you for coming to my studio, Jenners.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Tea Tribe, this is obviously a very, very tough day for us. It's the end of an era. It's the end of an era of reality TV. It's the end of an era in my life, in your life, in the Tea Tribe's life. So Keeping Up with the Kardashians will be ending after the final season airs in 2021. So Kim posted this on Instagram with a large statement. This is kind of a portion of it saying, quote, "Without Keeping Up with the Kardashians, I wouldn't be where I am today. I'm so incredibly grateful to everyone who has watched and supported me and my family these past 14 incredible years. This show made us who we are, and I will forever be in debt to everyone who played a role. We'll be forever in debt to everyone who played a role in shaping our careers and changing our lives forever." Now, E! also put out a statement, the E! Network, saying, quote, "After what will be 14 years, 20 seasons, hundreds of episodes, and several spin-off shows, we've decided as a family to end this very special journey. We are beyond grateful to all of you who've watched us for all of these years, through the good times, the bad times, the happiness, the tears, and the many relationships as children. We'll forever cherish the wonderful memories and countless people we've met along the way." This statement was signed, I think that's actually from the family, was signed by matriarch Kris Jenner, Courtney, Kim, Khloe, Rob, Kendall, Kylie, and Scott. Now, E! also made a statement. That wasn't the statement. But they made a statement basically saying that they, support the Kardashians, kind of, living their life off screen, and they've been such a huge part of the network, of course. The show, which premiered in 2007, has remained a staple for E! and spawned several spin-off series, as we know. I mean, we can name, a million of them. It is provided the family with a platform for multiple successful business ventures, including fashion and beauty lines and a mobile video game, which Kim had. Now, the new season will premiere September 17th. The final season will air in 2021. Courtney, where do we begin? I mean, this is just crazy, right?
Yeah, Alex, before we get into the family, let's start from the outside and work our way in. What is E going to do now that E News and Keeping Up with the Kardashians are no more? Like what? Like
I
how? Like those two things, I feel like carry the network, or those were the two must-see things. You know, of course, the E News and Keeping Up with the Kardashians. So unless they already have some sort of replacement, what happens to E? I know that didn't Rod Stewart's family have a show once upon a time ago? I didn't really keep up with that. Did they try? They
Yes.
tried that out. Is that going on, or is that going on?
So what's interesting is coming September 17th, the same show this season will premiere of Keeping Up with the Kardashians is the Bradshaws. I don't know if you guys have seen that. Terry Bradshaw, former NFL player. You know, his family is coming to the screens. We don't know anything about, at least I don't know anything about their families. So I don't know if necessarily going to take over, you know, this Kardashian Jenner legacy, but it's interesting that they're premiering the same exact day on the E Network.
You know
Crazy,
what? You know
right?
they know what. I feel like that's intentional, Alex. I see a lot of y'all in the chat talking about D'Amelios. Are you interested in that, Alex? I don't know if I'm like out of the age range of that, but I think that Charlie's a very nice girl. I'm just not interested in that. I feel like Kim at least, and this is not to be negative, but Kim at least had the tape going around, so her name was in the news. She was buzzing. She was cleaning Paris Hilton's closet. The legacy thus far of Charlie D'Amelio is she's good at shaking her hips and doing this. You know, so I wonder if there's enough foundation there for the D'Amelios. I don't want her to have to get into a drug scandal for people to have to care, you know?
I think that would be an easy kind of transition. Like I said, I don't know if that family, you know, could fill the Kardashian shoes. We don't know enough about the family, but it does make sense. I mean, with the rise of TikTok and social media and all of that, they would be kind of a family that you would bring on the network. I mean, Ryan Seacrest, ahead of his game, bringing the Kardashians to the, you know, he kind of saw her relationship with Paris Hilton. He realized he was really smart to kind of put that 2 and 2 together and bring the show to the network with Buna Murray, of course.
I just watched this deep dive documentary on Paris Hilton and Nicole Richie's friendship. I didn't know that when E picked up the season of The Simple Life where they were separated doing the mom stuff, which is my favorite season. That's where Ryan Seacrest got the idea to do the Kardashians from. I had no idea, and I'm a Paris Hilton fanatic. I had no idea until 2 nights ago. Holy expletive! I was shocked. Shout out to Ryan Seacrest. I'll give him that one. He did that.
So I just want to touch on the E statement again because there was a little mishap in the script as it happens. So the E statement was, E has been the hope and extended family to the Kardashian-Jenner family for what will be 14 years, featuring the lives of this empowering family. Along with all of you, we have enjoyed following the intimate moments the family so bravely shared by letting us into their daily lives. While it has been an absolute privilege, we will miss them wholeheartedly. We respect the family's decision to live their lives without our cameras. It is not our final goodbye yet. We are excited to have a new season of Keeping Up with the Kardashians, little plug, launching on September 17th, with the final season airing in 2021. And then they thank the entire extended family, their production partners, Buna Murray and Ryan Seacrest Productions, for embarking on this global phenomenon together. So there's the full statement. There's a lot of speculation and some theories going around, and I want to touch on that, Courtney, because, you know, we got to talk about why we think the show is ending. So, some theories are that this whole kind of Kanye drama drove them to reassess what they want on and off camera. Of course, we have the Khloe and Tristan reconciliation. Like, maybe they don't want people to give their opinion on that relationship and they just want to do it naturally and healthy off screen. What do you think?
They know. Yeah. I think that there's a lot of stuff that they're realizing that we know. I think that it's better for them to quit while they're ahead than for them to run it into the ground and we really get behind them Jenner gates and really find out what's going on. I think it's the only, we know that they're a very public family. But there's so much that we don't know, Alex, and maybe they feel like we're coming up on the brink of finding out things that we don't know. I think that Kanye potentially at this point is too much of a liability. I think once he called Chris Jong-un, Chris said, girl, bring y'all expletives over to the mansion and let's sit down and talk about this. I also think that might be why Sophia done ran off into the sunset. Because she ran off into the sunset right before the show is over. I found that timing very interesting looking back now. She got out of there, and I'm kind of wondering why. Did she know?
She may have. This is, of course, is like, personally, the Kardashians are from Calabasas. That's where I was born and raised. Like, this is part of my childhood. Like, to be honest, like when I would go on family trips and I would have to say I was from LA, which is not an awful place to say I'm from, but I was raised in Calabasas, which is 40 minutes outside of LA, but no one knew what Calabasas was. It was like north and no one cared about it. And so they put Calabasas on the map too. So like just kind of experiencing that, there's so many iconic moments, which I want to get to in a second, but let's also talk about the speculation that fans keep talking about Kris Jenner joining Real Housewives of Beverly Hills potentially with this news. What do you think about that, Courtney?
That's what we deserve. Kris Jenner would up and spit the bones out and go and clink glasses with Garcelle afterwards. I just really think that the women would not be able to take her because I think that Kris has been in the reality game longer than a lot of the women. And I think that she knows how to twist it and turn it and know just what to say. She'll embarrass some of them ladies if they cross her. Now, I would love to see her and Miss Kyle Richards go head to head, girl, because everybody know each other. So that would be very interesting. I would love that. I would love Garcelle to bring one person on, and I want Kris Jenner to be on part of the cast as well. Someone call Andy. Do we need to call Andy, girl?
We need to call Andy. Actually, Andy responded to a fan on Twitter saying, come to Sirius or Radio Andy on Sirius XM. He has a radio show. He told the fan to come listen to him on the radio when the fan was like, is Kris going to be on the show? He plugged his radio show. So it was great. But I think that would be a complete easy transition. Of course, Kris and Kyle are dear friends. We saw her on the show at the charity event. She already made a little cameo. We already have the easy kind of transition. It makes sense. I could definitely see it happening. Listen, we know the Kar Jenner family so well that they don't just end something without a plan. So we know that we will be expecting something else very soon, whether it's, yes, Courtney, do you have it?
I just heard, Alex, this is what's going to happen. Watch, right? Y'all, remember that stupid old Chloe and Tristan digital series that they was going to do? Y'all remember that? We talked about this a while ago, Alex. There was these rumblings of Chloe and Tristan and True doing this Facebook watch series, and then all of a sudden we stopped hearing about it. I wonder if Chloe and Tristan and True will still continue to do some sort of limited series here or there. I also think that Alex, this is the last we're going to see of them on screen. I think that they'll do a Christmas special or when Chloe finally decides that she really doesn't think we'll get a Chloe Tristan special to pull in the ratings. If Kylie marries Travis for real, that'll be a special. I'm curious to see what moments they'll pick and choose. I think that that's what it's about. It's about the constant filming versus them just picking the big moments that they want to share with the audience. And I think that that's fair at this point. They've given us 20 seasons of somewhat realness. I'm here for it. So, if they need the break, I can't be mad at it. I know Courtney kicking her heel up in the air, girl. I know she is.
To the point, I think the reality got too real for the Kardashians, so to speak. I feel like there's too much going on in their lives and they're past this. They don't really want it all on camera anymore, which is not necessarily the Kardashian family we're used to. But I think, it could be as simple as that. A source told OK Magazine, here's another speculation, that they were fired. Kris wanted $40 million per season, and they couldn't arrive at, an understanding. I don't know. Could they be going to Netflix? Will the grandkids get a show? Are they going to start a show on YouTube? I mean, there's so many different ways. They better not, right? That's how I feel too.
Downgrade.
Yeah, exactly, right? I don't think they will either. But there's definitely going to be something else. I think your point makes a lot of sense. It's got to just be like the Kardashian special. For every kind of big moment in their life would make a lot of sense. So right now I want to just reminisce with you a little, Courtney. And Tea Tribe, of course, let us know in the chat some of your favorite Kardashian moments over the year. I'm just going to throw some out there. BuzzFeed did a great kind of recap of some of the best moments. Of course, Kim's iconic crying face that has become an internet meme. I mean, the crying face. And then Courtney laughing at Kim for crying. Bible. Did we say Bible before the Kardashians? I mean, there's so much, Kardashian kind of jargon that has been part of pop culture. Scott's Todd Crane's prank. Todd Crane. Khloe's countless Kris Jenner impressions. Courtney, this is a recent one when she used the alphabet to get out of an argument. It's now become like a TikTok viral thing. A, B, C, D, F, G. When Khloe went to jail and Kim was taking selfies. Remember that episode?
My sister's going to jail. I'm mad.
Another TikTok moment is Kendall when she called her mom jeans, and like Kris is like, "What? Those are my jeans?" She's like, "No, your mom jeans." Remember that? Like, what are some of your favorite?
My favorite, of course, y'all already know. I love Liar. I love Kim. I think it was Kim in the Bentley, and she don't be rude. She came to swing the bag. Of course, when Kris threw Kim in the water, my earring, my diamond earring. Kim, there are people dying. What else? Scott shoving the money in the waiter's mouth. That's not like a happy moment, but I will never forget that. They had a lot of good moments on that show. I might rewatch the entire universe. When this last season wraps up, I might start it over and watch it all. Because y'all know I watch, but I don't be like, it's too much. So now I feel like I'm in the place where I can really just enjoy it without looking at it with a work eye. You know what I mean? When I watch Kardashian stuff nowadays, I'm watching with like a work eye. Now I just want to watch it and like turn my brain off like when I was younger, What
about Kim saying Courtney's the least exciting to look at? I mean, that caused a whole stir.
Kim has never been more right in her. When I tell you, when I watch that clip, even down to the memes, when they replaced her voice with Mickey Mouse's voice, that even still, Kim was so. When I ain't never seen a wig snatch like that in my life. Courtney really had to get up and go. There was nothing she could say. Go ahead and cry, girl. Go ahead and cry. Because they don't want moving their schedule around for you, girl. We got things to shoot. And she, innocent. Like, girl, maybe if she had a business, maybe if she was the businesswoman, maybe she could be that girl. Maybe we could work around your schedule. But no, Kim is the businesswoman, and she's the businesswoman. So you're going to be here when Kim say be here, period. I was with Kim on that, Alex.
Yeah. What about Kylie and the stripper pole? Like baby Kylie and the stripper pole.
Oh my God. I remember that, Alex. Real quick before we go, Alex, because I know that there's just a sprinkle of people that are wondering. Do we think that we will get any kind of Jordyn Woods anything before this series finale? Or do you think they'll just leave it?
I think they'll just leave it. I don't think they're leaving the drama. They don't want it anymore at this point. So to rehash that and bring all of that out, that would make sense if, we're getting more seasons or we're being renewed and we need more storylines. But at this point, it's kind of like they're closing the chapter. I don't know. Or they'll do it right before the final.
I really truly think that the Jordan Wood situation was the start of it ending, to be honest. I think
Yeah.
that there's just a certain part of their audience that just didn't forgive that, understandably. And I just think that they realized, like, ooh, this was like maybe our one big mess up. And I just think that it, you know, was maybe one of the big reasons. For me, I would have stopped filming the second Kim got robbed overseas. I would have been stopped. That show would have been over. Goodbye. Cameraman, get out. I don't even want y'all to cry. Like that, the show would have been shut down. So I commend Kim for keeping on keeping the show going, you know?
Right? Yeah. I just want to clarify. I think the first 2 seasons are on Netflix already, but what I was referring to is maybe there'll be like a new spinoff that they bring to Netflix. You know, streaming services
Maybe.
are all the rage, or maybe, you know, there are many ways that this can go. But I'm excited to kind of see what their next move is. You know, they always have something in their back pocket. Kris Jenner is not a stupid woman. She is a very, very intelligent woman. And she has a plan for the whole family. Don't you worry.
Well, Alex, hopefully Chris will get bored with not running her family anymore, and then she can come and actually pay us. Because, you know, we've been rumored for a very long time that we were paid by the Kardashians. Now, Alex,
Right.
you know that we're not paid by the Kardashians. But listen, Chris, if you want to throw a couple meals our way, girl, cheers. We'll take it. Mm-hmm.
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
but you know, you're doing amazing, sweetie. Is how we should end this. I don't think this will change. You know, a lot of people are saying without the show, will they still be as interesting? Will people still care?
Yeah.
I think 100% they'll still care. And you know what? I know you guys in the chat, Thera Tea Time, for all we know, is still staying here. We'll still have to talk about them. They'll still be all over our social media. So I don't think anything will really change without the show, right, Courtney? Or do you feel that, you know, it'll change?
To be honest, I mean, Alex, we have Thera Tea Time when the show is not even on the air. So I mean, they're still going to be going to the beach. They're still not going to be social distancing. We're still going to have pictures where we're guessing if it's really Chloe's face. Like those things won't change. We just won't have the show to sort of get what they believe their point of view is. You get what I'm saying?
Exactly.
We'll always just have our point of view now.
Right. We will. But we do have, you know, those that are very sad and emotional about this news, we do have, you know, a season starting September 17th, and there'll be the final season, 2021, which will be very emotional. I think I'm really going to get emotional. Even just kind of researching all the best I know it's so embarrassing, but I was looking through like old moments, and it's part of, you know, at least my childhood growing up, watching this, you know, in the background, ready, hearing their voices. Like it has kind of been part of my life. So I'm, you know, completely crying with them. And that's it.
They had a good run.
They had a great run.
Yeah.
They had a great run. Shout out to them. And on that note, I think, you know, we'll end with that. This is all the tea, good and bad. We have to spill today. Of course, we'll be back tomorrow for Thick Thursday, right, Courtney?
Yes, ma'am.
Exactly. And make sure you like, comment, subscribe if you're new here so we can bring you the morning tea every single day. And if you want a double dose of Courtney Revolution, where can they find you?
You can find me on my own individual YouTube channel and on social media at Courtney Revolution. I actually have a video going up today, so go and subscribe now.
All right. And I'm Alex Schiffman. You can follow me on all social media at Alex Schiffman. And on that note, Courtney, I think it's time to say goodbye to the Kardashians and wash our hands a little bit.
All right. We'll see you tomorrow, 8:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time for Thick Thursday. And now it's time to wash your hands, Leo. You better wash your hands.